Dear Bishop Eddie Long, I found a gay bashing video of you on YouTube. After your exposure of previous relationships with 3 young dudes, one of which publicly hit the news, I wonder what your voice must sound like to God, if He can even hear you. Is it still muffled by a 16-year-old's erection when you pray for forgiveness? What is it for? Yourself, or actions that leave those born queer hanging by loose clouds, hoping we don't fall into craters you've created with your footsteps. You're the reason beings like my father believe beings like me are only mythical creatures. There's no such thing as queer unless molested. Something about being born with brimstone-kissed flesh while still being blessed enough to smile seems too majestic. Then again, founders of Salem witch trials believe in magic as well. Thus it only makes sense that you would set us, yourself, ablaze. It's disgusting. The way you help create the idea men like me only exist through being turned out. Like demonic voodoo dolls, once pricked you're every man's puppet for life. No strings necessary, just lust on command. Come here, bend over, sit down, keep quiet on command. Those rich enough manipulate through wallets, they pay per screw on demand with gold watches, Bentleys, empty promises like this is all natural. I'll be gentle, always here for you, then leave boys stranded. They're liked while ripe, expire when puberty ends. This image is insulting. It's eating us. I spent hours convincing my father I was never touched. You spent years getting your rocks off while being a hypocrite, hiding from self, in a room full of stained glass windows depicting images of halos you've never worn, shuttered all around you like broken mirror fragments. How fucking ugly you must have thought you were, living up to this image. There's nothing beautiful about broken angels ripping wings off of others, pointing fingers with their brother's blood still on hands. I don't know how you ended up like this. But if someone fucks you into Leviticus, let me take this time to for once put my anger aside and love you into Genesis. Know that God made no mistake in creating you, or anyone else for that matter. Know that your actions didn't only affect those young men, but help perpetuate hate, the stereotype that all queer boys have been touched. But what really fucks with me is at the end of the day, you still have your congregation. How your chain of churches is the McDonald's of Christianity. How you're still even capable of painting pretty Tyler Perry stories with your tongue, breaking the listener down, rebuilding them back in Baptist fashion. How this scandal opening up won't put any more of a dent in your career, that a pebble will cause a tsunami in the Pacific Ocean. I wonder how many times those young men drowned in cold sweats while you visited your wife and children. If you even consider yourself guilty. If you pray for forgiveness. If God would even acknowledge your breath. Or would He be too offended by its stench?